Today we're looking at the performance of the Raspberry Pi 2, which you can see is installed in here. And if you look very closely, the CPU is the new Broadcom ARM7, indicated by the newer graphic, as well as on the silkscreen layer, you can barely make out that it says Pi 2 Model B version 1.1. We'll button this up and load it up. So I think indicative of the Pi 2, the 4 Raspberry Pis might signify it's a quad core. I don't know. I haven't confirmed this, but I do know the single core Pi board only has one Raspberry Pi logo in the boot sequence. So this is booting in real time as well. It's significantly faster. I'm also using a SanDisk Ultra SD card, so class 10 read-write speed. This is running RetroPie version 2.3, same as before, but I've updated all the binaries and scripts, so it will run with the new Pi processor, and I've also updated everything in the background as well, including the RetroPie setup script. So as a quick tour, if we run the X, you'll see the GUI is a little bit different. Same as before, but the start menu or start bar is now in the upper right corner. Resource bar is in the respective upper left, and everything is empty except the waste basket as far as the desktop. And the file navigator looks a little bit different, but everything runs a lot smoother and faster, as expected. So with this update, it's a little bit more unstable as far as the amount of time that's been spent on it isn't necessarily nearly as long as the original RetroPie running on the single-core ARM6. Having said that, the Nintendo 64 emulator, though it runs, it's a little buggy. So now we can finally run the 32X emulator, since the required CPU resources are now available to us. Let's fix this resolution.
Round one, fight.
I don't need to say I'm not very good at Mortal Kombat on the Genesis.
Fatality.
Alright. Runs well. Not all the 32X games are running well, and that's just a thing of the emulator. Sega! So a little bit of sound issues with the Afterburner game. the main draw for the newer Pi is, for me, the PlayStation emulator, which runs very well. An easy way to determine some compatibility of PlayStation games a little bit faster is to take one of the many demo discs you can find at Goodwill, and if you subscribe to PlayStation Underground, if you're so lucky,
if you haven't subscribed to the PlayStation,
you can make an image of this using your PC and just load that, like I've done here, and then you'll have a selection of games to run. And the engines are, compiled for all of these, and that will determine some compatibility a little bit faster. So Tomb Raider, for example, this one has some pretty bad graphical problems, like inserting a black frame, every other frame to keep up to speed. Cool Borders looks fine, Parappa the Rapper looks fine, and is always a great game to play.
kick, punch, it's all in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'll show you find the things I'll teach ya. Be sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, you get a lesson from teacher. Now kick, kick.
Trap Gunner. John Bishop. Get ready. Flashdown.
And we'll test a Super Nintendo game just to verify everything's still working as normal.
1, start.
One of the greatest aspects of the added CPU resources is the ability to play Neo Geo MVS games. Some of the greatest games you ever see in arcade.
Round 1. Ready, go!
머리가 안에 배. 안 뜨겁댄다.
Thanks for watching, everybody.